How's it going, guys? And it's here back with more of the set review for the EX02 Digital Hazard, I believe is what it's called. If you guys do enjoy the content that we put out here, please make sure to leave a like down below. It really does help us out. If you guys are enjoying it, make sure to leave a subscription. We're trying to reach that 600 goal. Slowly trying to put more content out as we go along with the set. I'm trying to push this out before Friday, so hopefully this will be out on Thursday, because on Friday this is when the set comes out. In the last video, we did go over the eggs as well as mother, the red, blue, and yellow cards. Next we're gonna go through the green cards, the green, black, white, purple, as well as the tamers. I do want to try to kind of constrict go this into only two sets of videos. So please, guys, if you guys really do enjoy what we're doing, make sure to leave a like. It really does help out a whole lot. Or just a comment down below. Let me know which of the cards you're most excited for, or which of the decks you are most excited for, so that I have a better understanding of what you guys are gonna be probably bringing to the table if we play. As we're gonna start with the green cards. Start with the Terriermon. This is not the searcher, because I think we already got a searcher, but for just the Terriermon in the last set. But for the Terriermon, it's free to play, 1 KDP. During your turn, once per turn, when you play a green tamer, gain 1 memory. Does remind me of the Agumon and the Gabumon for the bonds, where if you play their specific tamer, you're able to gain a memory from that. So making, I believe for this one, their tamer is a 4-drop, so making a 3-drop is really good, especially for a memory tamer, I believe it is. And the inheritable is your turn, once per turn. When an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn. So you get buffed up for suspending their stuff, which is amazing. Next, we're gonna go up the line to Gargomon, 5-drop. For level 4, 2 to go on top of your level 3s, 5 KDP. During your turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve, if you have a green tamer in play, reduce the cost of it by 1. So when you go on top of Gargomon, you're able to reduce it to 2, because I believe the Rapidmon, it will be 4. Any of the Rapidmons will be either 3 or 4. If you're talking about the armor one, that's 4 on top of a green color, so at least this will make it a 3 cost. And the inheritable is once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, the Digimon gets plus 2,000 DP for the turn. So you already get 2,000 from here, and you get 2,000 from Gargomon. That's plus 4,000 already as the inheritable. That is so 4,000 DP is a lot. Next, we're gonna be talking about Rapidmon. This will get reduced by 1 if it goes on top of the Gargomon. A cost to drop to just hard play, a 7,000 DP, 3 to put on top of level 4, but if it's on top of the Gargomon, it does get reduced by 1. And when Digivolving, if you have a green tamer in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. So when you go into this, you're able to get a plus 4,000, making this an 11,000 DP. Pretty much you match the strength of any level 6, which is really good. Any level 6 that's pretty average, 11,000, so you're able to crash into it, unless I believe the egg will also give you a DP boost. No, it would just give you a draw. So if you have another egg that will let you get another DP plus, that you will reach 12,000. So that's great. And the inheritable, during your turn, once per turn, when an opponent's Digimon becomes suspended, this Digimon gains security attack plus 1. So you're already doing what you're doing with this deck. You are trying to suspend your opponent's stuff. So being able to, 1, gain an extra 4,000 from the Terriermon and the Gargomon. Now this one will give you a security attack plus 1. And I believe the old Mega Gargomon already has the security attack plus 1 if your opponent has a suspended Digimon, so that's already good. We have another level. Oh, this is our first level 6 for this. 11 costs to play 3 to go on top of a level 5, 11k DP. Told you, level 6, 11k DP. That's pretty average. End of attack, you may place this Digimon under one of your Digimon as its bottom source. Okay. Inheritable is security attack +1, period. And during your turn, this Digimon gets plus 2000 DP. So you're able to attack with this. At the end of attack, you can just attack with this. At the end of attack, put this under something else. It will get the security attack +1. That's cool. And we're talking about the big bad boy Mega Gargomon for this. The art is already really cool. 12 to drop hard body, 5 to Digivolve, which is pretty steep. 5. 13,000 DP, which is huge, but you're also paying the 5. When Digivolving, for each green tamer you have in play, suspend one of your opponent's Digimon. Already there, fantastic. They don't unsuspend during your opponent's next unsuspend phase. Kind of has like a mini Puppetmon effect, which is really good. When attacking, once per turn, return one of your opponent's suspended Digimon with DP or less equal to this Digimon's DP to its owner's hand. Because you are suspending stuff, this is technically a 17k attacker. So when you attack, if you suspended something that turn when you Digivolved, you're already reaching 17. So you're able to bring up pretty much anything you want to the opponent's hand, which is great. That's all that we got for green. The Mega Gargomon, for it being a 5 cost to be on top of something, it's a little steep. It is a little steep. I do think the green tamer will reduce it, but I don't know. Monodramon, our first black Digimon, on play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add all black tamers among them to your hand. Place the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. This just adds all black tamers. That's really cool for a 3-drop. If you reveal 2 to 3, this is pretty much Patamon. This is pretty much Patamon on play. That you just add all tamers select to your hand. That's really cool. Gardramon, I think we had another one before that cannot attack but does have blocker and has like 7,000 DP. This one has blocker. It is a 5-drop, 2 to go on top of level 3, 4,000 DP. Little low for a blocker. On play, one of your Digimon gets plus 3,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. So this is on play. You're able to pay for 5, make it a 7,000 DP blocker. But I think the other one's just like a lot better either way. Because once you do it once, it's pretty much just a 4,000 blocker, which is not even good. Strike Dramon, that's different. I have not seen this one before. Strike Dramon is a 5-drop, level 4, 2 to go on top of a level 3, 5,000 DP. When Digivolving, you may reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 black tamer among them to your hand. Place the rest to the bottom in any order. So this, the Strike Dramon and the Monodramon, look for your tamers. And as an inheritable, when attacking once per turn, if you have 2 or more black tamers in play, gain 1 memory. Okay, so this becomes Black Tamer Matters right now. Kind of like the Shine Greymon deck where you gain the benefit from having a lot more tamers. That's really cool. Local, it's a choo-choo train. I like trains. Play cost of 6. If anyone gets that reference, good. I like trains. The Locomotive or the Locomon. 3 to go on top of level 4. It is a level 5, a 7,000 DP. During your turn, when this Digimon would Digivolve into a ground Locomon in your hand, reduce the cost by 1. So making it so that the next evolution will be cheaper. Okay, I have to see what that one does, which we will get to it soon. Andromon, another level 5, play cost of 8. 3 to go on top of level 4. That's pretty normal. 6,000 DP for a blocker, a little low. But during your opponent's turn, all of your Digimon with blocker gets plus 2,000. Okay, so during your opponent's turn, this is an 8,000 blocker. That's good. It does raise the DP of the Gardramon and all of your guys with blocker. As long as it has blocker, it gets boosted. It's kind of like a walking I believe it's Tai Kamiya for black, the 4-cost tamer. I believe that's the same thing. Cyberdramon, this one's really cool. I have read this one before. 8 costs to play normally, 3 to go like on top of your level 4s. 10,000 DP is huge. When digivolving, you may play one real Akiyama from your hand without paying the memory cost. Has the same kind of like effect as the yellow as the Renamon line, where it doesn't matter if you have one already in play, you just get to play another one for free, so that's great. During your turn, while you have no tamers in play, this like Digimon cannot attack players. Kind of bad if they get rid of your tamer, but at least you can still attack other Digimon. But at least it makes it a little bit fair. 10,000 DP is huge though. But the inheritable is really cool because when attacking once per turn, if you have 2 or more tamers that are black, which is what this deck I guess like it's about, digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon. So as you are attacking, you're able to just digivolve stuff, not which is really good. If you can swing more than once, doesn't matter because it is only once per turn. So I'm just going way ahead of myself. All right, ground Locomon can go on top of the Locomon for 2 at least. It does normally go on top of level 5 for 3. 11 costs to put to just hard play. 11 KDP again. That's like the normal threshold or like the average. During your turn, this Digimon cannot attack your opponent's like Digimon. Your turn. This that's whack. This Digimon cannot attack your opponent's Digimon. That's stupid. During all turns, for each card in your trash with Cyborg or Machine in straight, this like Digimon gets 1,000 DP. So that's whack. That's really bad. Where you can't clear the board. Oh, we have another level 6 black Digimon. 12 to hard play, 4 to go on top of your level 5s. 11 KDP. It has reboot. And during the opponent's turn, once per turn, when an opponent's like Digimon becomes unsuspended, not during their unsuspend phase, it's just during the opponent's turn, when opponent's Digimon becomes unsuspended, digivolve 1. So, wait, so does it pop off during the unsuspend phase? I have to look the ruling up for that one. I think it does because it's still their unsuspend phase is during their turn. So once they unsuspend, and it's not a maze, so you have to do it. So they can make it so that you have to like unsuspend like something on board. That's interesting. Okay, Justimon Blitz Arm. It's one of the new cards that I thought was really cool in this deck. Like in this game. It is a 12 cost to play, 3 to go on top of a level 5, 11 KDP. When digivolving, activate one of the effects below. Little dot. This Digimon gets 2,000 DP for the turn. Unsuspend this Digimon. Delete one of your opponent's Digimon with a play cost of 5 or less. When attacking, once per turn, for each tamer you have in play, activate this Digimon's when digivolving effect. So once per turn, if you have 3 tamers in play, you can activate all 3 again. So normally when you digivolve, you're able to activate it once, like one of those deck effects. But when you attack, you're able to do each of them once. So as long as you have 3, you get to do all 3 of them like again. We have the new like Itmon. Now we're going to purple. We have the new like Itmon, which is really good for the Bilzamon deck. 3 to hard play, 1 KDP. When this card is trashed from your deck, if it wasn't trashed by EX02 or 3, if it wasn't trashed by this effect, by like his own effect, you may trash up to 3 cards from the top of your deck. So if you trash this from your deck by a random effect, you're able to mill 3 more. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 Digimon card with Bilzamon in its name and 1 I and Mako among them and put them to your hand. Place the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck in any order. Well, when this card is trashed from your deck, if it wasn't trashed by Itmon's effect, you may oh, okay. So if you trash if you trash if you mill the 3 because of this the Hitmon and you hit another one, that one does not activate. That's what it's saying. Okay, I could not like understand that at all. and the inheritable is during your turn while this Digimon has Billsmon in his name, it gets 3000 DP. That's huge. That's 3000 is a lot. Like 1000 sure, but 3000 is huge. Devi Dramon, retaliation, 5 cost to hard play, 2 to go on top of level 3, 4000 DP. Inheritable is when attacking, you may trash the top 2 cards of your deck. You're pretty much going to mill yourself out. It's pretty much what is the name of the game? Name of the game? Yes. Doberman, which is does come up in certain decks later on in the set. 5 to hard play, 2 to go on top of level 3, 4000 DP. When you would play this card from your hand, reduced its play cost by 2, making it a 3-drop. If you have Alice McCoy in play, which I believe we do get like the Alice McCoy in this set as well. On deletion, trash the top 3 cards of your deck, then return 1 purple Digimon and 1 purple Tamer from your trash to your hand. So technically you can bring himself back. Technically you could bring yourself back to have another like Doberman in your hand, which is cool. Now we have a level 5 Mephistomon at 7 cost, 3 to go on top of level 4, 7k DP. On play, draw 2, then trash 2 cards from your hand. Already really good. When its inheritable is when attacking once per turn, you may trash 1 card from your hand to gain 1 memory. That's not even bad. Golfmon, which I think is another super rare in the set. 12k DP, 12 to hard play, 4 to go on top of your level 5s. When digivolving, all players trash cards in their hand until they have 5 cards left. That's one of the first effects in this game that I've seen that does limit your hand size. That's cool. And also during your turn, once per turn, when one of your effects trashes a card in your hand, you may unsuspend one of your Digimon. So if this comes suspended and you make everybody if you make everybody discard until they have 5 cards in hand, you can unsuspend this, which is great. Or whenever you attack with this, you gain 1 memory and you can unsuspend this guy. So that's cool. The new Billsmon is a house. Oh my goodness, the Billsmon. This is the brand new one. Like 11k DP. If it has Impmon underneath it, it becomes 14,000 DP, which is really cool. Really high too. 12 to hard play, 3 to digivolve on top of level 5. When this card is trashed from your deck, you may play 1 Impmon from your trash without paying its memory cost. So if you mill this with the Impmon effect, you're able to bring back the Impmon. That's so good. When digivolving or when attacking, you may trash the top 2 cards from your deck. Already good. Then delete one of your opponent's level 3 or lower Digimon. But for every 10 or more cards in your trash, add 1 to the maximum level of the Digimon you can choose with this effect. So if you're already milling yourself in this deck, so as long as you have 10, 20, you have to hit at level 4, at level 5, at level 6. You have 30 cards in the grave, you can hit at level 6 and just snipe them right out. That's great. That's really great. Now we're going to the white cards. Trying to run through this as quickly as I can while still kind of understanding what each deck does. But the new Billsmon is really cool because you are able to just snipe stuff every single time you attack, which is so stupid. Plus you mill 2 more, so you get to feel your graveyard even more. Oh, so good. Calamon, when you 3 to hard play, 1k DP. When you would play this card from your hand, reduce its play cost by 2 if you have a Gilmon, Terriermon, or a Renamon, or an Impmon in play. Okay, so it becomes a 1-drop. During your turn, this Digimon cannot attack. Whack. your turn, when one of your like Digimon like Digivolves, you may suspend this like Digimon to gain 1 memory, draw 1 card, and have one of your Digimon gain 3000 DP for the turn. So you can make the Gargomon or like anything that you can technically reduce a cost by 1 by just gaining the 1 memory back. Plus you get to draw a card, which is nice, and you get to pump make something up for 3, so that's really cool as well. Now we're gonna go to the Reaper deck, which I am actually really excited about because I'm actually gonna be playing this deck pretty shortly. I actually have the proxies like already made up so that I can play test with them for a little bit. ADR02 Searcher is their first and pretty much their biggest one of their key pieces in this deck. ADR02 Searcher is a 3-to play 1 KDP. You can include up to 50 copies of this card with this card's name and number in your deck. Just like EXMon from like BT5, I believe, you can just have as many of this in the deck as you want. When you would play this card from your hand, reduces play cost by 2 if you don't have another searcher in play. So this is just a 1 cost, draw 1 card. Fantastic. We already have that in kind of Gabumon, but he costs 3. This literally costs 1 if you have nothing else, like no other searchers in play, and you can make it so that you can keep on doing this. Since with the Mother like D Reaper, you can play a searcher for 1, use the Mother like D Reaper to tuck that one that you just played underneath it, and play another one in hand just to draw another card, going through your deck a lot faster. For this deck, you pretty much run like 18 to like 20 like of the searchers. Big important piece because you need them underneath your D Reaper Mother. ADR3 Pendulum Feet, 3 to hard play, 3000 DP. On play, you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 card with D Reaper in straight, and 1 ADR a searcher. So this will search out your searcher. I know a lot of things with search among them and put into your hand and put the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. This can add you 2 searchers. Like this can add you any of your D Reapers. So that's really good. As long as you're able to hit at least 1 of the searchers in there, it's really good. ADR4 Bubbles, which is kind of your speed, your speed engine making this, because if you just do 1 of the searchers per turn, you won't get to the 7 count till turn number 7. So the Bubbles is here to kind of speed it up a little bit. As it's 3 to hard play, 3000 DP. The security effect is the same thing as the on play effect. So I'm just gonna read it off like that. You may place 1 of your ADR02 searchers from in play or from hand under 1 of your Mother D Reapers as his bottom as one of the sources. On play, you get to do this. As the security effect, you get to do this as well. So that is one way to speed up the count for your Mother D Reaper. Jerry is another way to speed up the count. She is a 5 cost to play, 5000 DP. Her main effect is you may suspend this Digimon to reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. Place 1 ADR2 searcher among them under 1 of your Mother as one of the sources. Place the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. You get to look at the top 5, tuck under a searcher, speed up the. You get to speed up like the process by like a turn already. So Jerry and Bubbles are your 2 speedsters for this deck. ADR5 Creep Hands, which is a 5-drop, 6000 DP. During your opponent's turn, while you have a Mother D Reaper in play, this Digimon gains blocker, period. So you at least have a blocker during your opponent's turn with ADR Creep Hands. ADR7 Pilates Head, or Pilates, like Pilates Head. During the main, he does cost 6, 3000 DP. During the main, if you have a Mother D Reaper in play, you may suspend this Digimon to delete 1 of your opponent's Digimon with DP less than or equal to this DP. So normally he's only 3000, But I forgot to read this for the searcher. He does have like a inheritable effect where during your turn, all of your Digimon with D Reaper in this trait gets 1000 DP. So the more you stack under your mother, the larger the Palladius head gets. So you are able to snipe stuff that's 5,000, 6,000, 8,000 DP, depending on how many of the searchers you have underneath your mother. ADR6 Horn Strike. It's a 7 cost and a 7,000 DP. During your turn, while you have a Mother D Reaper in play, this like Digimon gains Rush. So you just got a Rush guy. So now you have a blocker and you have a Rush. I don't think that Horn Strike is actually good. ADR8 Optimizer is one of the ones that I'm still in the middle of like trying to figure out whether he's good or not. He does cost 10 to play, 9,000 DP, on play and when attacking, once per turn. If one of your mother like D Reapers has 5 or more like sources, reveal the top 3 cards from your deck. You get to play one card with D Reaper in its trait and play it and a play cost of 10 or less from among them without paying the memory cost. Place the remaining cards to the bottom of your deck. So you're able to play anything between the Optimizer, Horn Strike, the Palladius Head, Creep Hands, Jerry, the Bubbles, the Palladius Feet, and the Searcher. Anything from the like Optimizer and below, you're able to play for free as long as the Mother D Reaper has 5 or more sources. That's one of the cards that I've been like in and out about because it's actually really, really good. But you do need 5. Gatekeeper, the number 1 card, the second best card of this deck, because literally this is the biggest stun card in the games by far. Your play cost is 11. Again, with the Mother D Reaper, you're able to reduce one of your play by how many of the sources you have underneath her. So the 11, it seems like a lot, but half the time you're playing it for 5 or 6, so that's fine. 10,000 DP, huge. As the security effect, play this card without like battling and without paying for the memory. So you get a free body on the board. On play, if you have a Mother D Reaper in play, recover 1. So you're able to recover 1 security, so their attack pretty much meant absolutely nothing. And during the opponent's turn, this is the biggest thing with this card, which is so oppressing when they get off, because literally you can't do anything about it unless you have something that's either you're playing vet or something. While your Mother D Reaper has 6 or more sources in play, all of your opponent's like Digimon gain security attack -1, unless you have something with security attack +1 or above. You can never hit their security ever again or win the game. In order to win the game, you need to have a normal security attack, or else the direct attack won't matter at all. So either you have to get rid of Gatekeeper, or you have to hope that they don't get like Reaper out, because the Gatekeeper is such a house. It's a 10,000 DP, gains more DP during their turn, and can make it so that your opponent cannot attack you, period. And if they do, it won't matter. The minus security attack is way too much. It's way too strong, and I absolutely love it because I am playing this deck. Not for Philly, but I am gonna be playing this deck like later like in the format. And pretty much your boss monsters right here. 20 play cost of 20. Ignore that. Doesn't matter. Play cost of 20 does not matter. 15 KDP, huge. When you will play this Digimon, you may trash 7 or more of the you may trash 7 or more sources from the bottom of one of your Mother D Reapers. It's not to reduce, it's to set the cost to 0. It's not reduced. For Reaper, it got mistranslated, I believe, but to use that effect, you set the play cost to 0. it has rush, so you can just hard play it by removing the 7 or more sources. Hard play this and you can attack. But when attacking, you may place 2 ADR searchers from your trash underneath this Digimon in any order as a source and unsuspend this Digimon. So you're able to attack as many times as you want, equal to the amount of your searchers in the graveyard divided by 2, because you have to put 2 like underneath it. So normally if you have either 7 or 8, let's say 8, you're able to attack 4 like additional times. That is bonkers. This is how you this is how you normally win with this deck, is just by playing Reaper out. You get to the 7 sources, you trash those, you put Reaper out, you start swinging for defenses, and he gets stronger because these become his inheritables. So he goes from the 15 to the 17, then to 19, and he just keeps getting stronger and stronger and stronger. One of the big boys, one of the secret rares in this set, Gallimon Crimson Mode, fantastic card. I think the art in this is phenomenal. I think that the card is super good. When I first saw this like freaking months ago, I'm like, this card is so good. It is a 15 to hard play. You're never gonna do that, but 6 to put on top of a level 6. Steep. 15,000 DP. When digivolving, delete all of your opponent's Digimon with the highest DP. Gets it. It has kind of like a Iron Fist Onslaught effect, where you just delete like everything with the highest DP. And also, when attacking, trash the top card of your opponent's security stack, and you can add 1 to that number for every 10 cards that your opponent has in their trash. So you're able to snipe out their whole security without attacking just yet. This works pretty much like exactly like the other Gallimon from like BT1 or 2 or 3, like the very early ones. But this one just gives you more of the trashing of their security, which is really good, especially late game, especially against purple. You're like, oh, you're having like a really good game there. Let me just play this outright, and you just swing for the fences and get rid of all of the security stack. Mind you, if they have 2 and you trash 2 of them, this is technically attacking you directly. So this is a game-ending card right here. Digimon Blast Mode. First of all, yes, art phenomenal. It is a 15 play cost, a 6 to go on top of level 6. 15,000 DP. When this card is trashed from your deck, delete one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon. Just by trashing it from the deck to the grave, you already have an effect. Oh, so good. When you Digivolve, delete all of your opponent's like Digimon with the highest level. Pretty much like the Crimson Mode, where you have to delete to the highest like DP. Normally the Crimson Mode will only hit 1. The like the Digimon has a chance of hitting in like a lot of them, since it's all of these same levels. During your turn, for every 10 cards in your trash, this Digimon gains the security attack +1. For every 10 cards in your trash, you're able to snipe so many things because it gets the security attack +1. And Gatekeeper can't stop this, because then if they have only like 10 cards in their trash, this can hit normally. So it's already so good. Alright, next we have the Tamers and the options. So we're almost done with this. The red Tamer, Takatomon, or Takato Matsuki. During your turn, when an opponent's like Digimon is deleted, you may suspend this Tamer to gain 1 memory. You already do that in red, so you just gain a free memory from that. During your turn, when one of your like Digimon would Digivolve into a Digimon with Gallimon or Groundmon in its name, that Digimon gains, when Digivolving, Blitz for the turn. So if you go over your it can attack when your opponent has 1 or more memory. but only when digivolving. So if you digivolve something and it goes over to your opponent's turn, you're still able to attack with the Gatlinmon or with the Groundmon. That's really good. We got Kenta Kitagawa, 2-drop tamer. Okay. When you would play a marine like Endermon, which I believe we went over earlier in the last video, from your hand, reduces play cost by 1. Okay. Kind of whack, but okay. And during your turn, when you play a blue Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to trash the bottom source of one of your opponent's like Digimon. Then if the like Digimon played is a marine like Endermon, trash the bottom of all of your opponent's Digimon. Okay. So this is actually not bad, because even in Blue Hybrid you can technically play this, because you do hard play some blue like Digimon, so you can technically play this, but unless you're playing the marine like Endermon, I don't think it's that good. Jerry Kato. It's a 4 cost. On play, you may play 1 Leomon from your hand without paying the memory cost. So this is your Leomon tamer, and we already went like over the Leomon. And during your opponent's turn, when one of your opponent's like Digimon attacks, you may suspend this tamer to draw 1 card. Whenever an opponent's Digimon attacks, you may suspend this. This is so good. This is just so good. You want to attack? Okay, let me draw a card for you attacking. That's already so good. Plus, free Leomon, free level 4 on the field. Shu Shang Wong, which is the little girl. On play, you may play 1 Lopmon from your hand without paying the memory cost. This is okay. And at the start of your turn, if you have 3 or fewer security, you draw a card. Okay, not bad. You get to hard play a Lopmon, and 3 or less, you draw a card at the start of your turn. That's not bad. It gets you. It does get you that free extra draw, so that's not even bad. It's not a memory tamer, but 3 costs, a little hefty for that effect. Rika Nonaka. Rika's busted. She is a memory tamer. At the start of your turn, if you have 2 or less, you go to 3. And during your turn, when you attack with a Digimon with Renamon, Kyubimon, Talmon, or Sakuyamon in its name, you may suspend this tamer and use 1 option with plugin in its name from your hand without paying the memory cost. That's busted. You're able to attack, play a free plugin, and activate all of the like inheritables from from your stack for the free. It's so good. Henry Wong, which I believe Henry is the sibling of Shu Shang. He is also a memory tamer, but with the Terriermon, when you I believe you can just hard play the Henry and gain 1 memory because of the Terriermon. At the start of your turn, if you have 2 or less, you get to set to 3. Excuse me, I just burped. I'm sorry. During your turn, when you attack with a Digimon with Gargomon or Rapidmon in his name, you may suspend this tamer to suspend 1 of your opponent's Digimon. Plus, it triggers all of the other stuff, so you're able to suspend a blocker. You're able to suspend so many things with this. With Henry. Henry's actually secretly good. Ryu Akiyama, which is the Justimon tamer. 3 to hard play. On play, reveal the top 4 cards of your deck. Add 1 card with Dramon or Justimon in its name among them and add it to your hand. Put the rest in the bottom of your deck. And during your turn, when you attack with a black Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to have that Digimon gain 1000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. Not to the end of your turn, until the end of your opponent's turn. One of your black Digimon gets to play this for free, which is really good. And the security effect is to just play it without paying the memory cost. But on play, you're able to look at the top 4 and get the pieces you want. That's really good. And we have Kazu Shioda. At the start of he is 3 to hard play. At the start of your main phase, if you have a Digimon with a cyborg or machine in play, you gain 1 memory. Okay, so it works like Cody. It works like the Davis Ken. As long as you have a certain type or a certain color, you're able to gain a memory, which is good. And all turns when one of your like Digimon with Cyborg or with Machine in this trait becomes suspended. So even if you attack, it still becomes suspended. You can suspend this tamer to draw a card, then trash one card in your hand. Okay, so either when you block or when you attack, you're able to tap this to draw a card and discard a card. So you're able to loot. So that's really good. At least Black is getting some sort of draw power, which is really good. Alice McCoy, which we do get her. 2 to just hard play. That's cheap. Oh my god. And during your turn, once per turn, when one of your like Digimon would like Digivolve from a level 5 to a level 6, you may delete one of your like Digimon to reduce the play cost by 3. Okay. This is not restricted to color, which is really good. This is actually not restricted to color. So as long as you get rid of one of your Digimon, you're able to go into your level 6 with a reduced cost of 3. That's really, really good. And it's only a 2 cost. So that's fine. IE or A and also Mako. 4 costs to play at the start of your turn. This is your memory setter, so you get to set it to 3. During your turn, when you attack with a Digimon, you may suspend this tamer to trash the top card of your deck. Okay, so you start to mill with this card. So that's cool. Then if the attacking Digimon is Billsamon, you may Digivolve it into Blast mode from your trash for a Digivolution cost of 3. Okay, and Blast mode, I don't think it gets, and then the Blast mode just gets the security attack plus 1 if you have the 10 or more. So that's really good. That's really good. Now we're gonna talk about the options. Let me skip the plugins for now and go into Fireball, which is phenomenal card. For 2 costs, you're able to delete one of your opponent's like Digimon with 3k DP or less. If an opponent's like Digimon was not deleted, which a lot of times when you play this, you're not gonna like get rid of something, you get to draw 2 cards. It's free draw power. It's a 2 for 2. You literally pay 2 to draw 2. That's really good. And the security effect is to just activate the main. We have Fist of the Beast King, 2 cost, which is actually pretty cheap. While you have a Digimon with Billsamon in his name in play, you may use this card without meeting its color requirement. Okay. And the main effect is suspend one of your Digimon with Leomon. Unsuspend one of your. So you get to attack twice with your Leomon with this, and with your Billsamon. Unsuspend one of your Digimon with Leomon or Billsamon in his name, and the security effect is the same. Death Slinger, for 4 costs. When this card is trashed from your deck, gain 1 memory. Okay, so it will always have that no matter what. Main, delete one of your opponent's level 4 like Digimon. But for every 10 cards in trash, add 1 to the maximum level of the Digimon you can choose with this effect. So if you have 20, you get to delete a level 6. Oh wow, because it's a level 4 or lower. But if you have 20 cards in the trash, you just get to delete a level 6. If you have 30, you get to delete get rid of a level 7. That's really good. All right, time for the plugins. Really important because especially for the yellow deck, you want to use these a lot. I know Agumon will be using, sorry, not Agumon, the Gabumon deck is going to be using this a lot. Because now we have a security attack plus 1. It is the 2 cost. While you have a tamer in play, you can use this card without meeting the color requirement, which is super clutch. The main effect is one of your Digimon gains security attack plus 1 for the turn, making your Gabumon the bond of friendship swing for 2 security every time he swings, so he pretty much can win the game outright. And the security effect is that you reveal the top 3 cards of your deck, add 1 tamer from among them to your hand, place the remaining cards to the bottom, and then you add this card to your hand. So you're able to look for a tamer and get this back to your hand, which is super good, because then they can't do anything about it. High speed plugin. it is also a 2 cost. While you have a tamer in play, you can ignore the color requirement, which is really good. Main for the turn, for the turn, one of your Digimon gains jamming and cannot be blocked by your opponent's Digimon, so you're able to just get a free swing in, like with jamming. And the security effect is that you get to draw 1 and add this card to your hand, so you get a +2. Really good. One of the most OD in the Venomon deck. Digivolution plug in S. Sorry, this was A, this was D, and this was S. That's my fault. I was not reading those. 2 costs. They also have the whole, if you have Tamer, you can just like play this outright. Main, you draw a card. Okay, already good. Then you may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a Digimon card in your hand that can make Digivolve from a Digimon for a Digivolution cost of 3 or less without paying the cost. So you're able to go into your 3 cost, like 3 or less for free, which is good. And the security, you can reveal the top 3 cards from your deck, add 1 Digimon card from among them to your hand, place the remaining cards to the bottom of the deck, and then add this card to your hand. So you can go, I believe it is, you can go from her to her for free. The Cubimon and this will activate. You still have this in your hand. Like you just went to this for free. And then when you Digivolve, you can unsuspend 1, and then you can return that card back to your hand. Like, it's so good. You get to recycle so much in that deck. And last but not least, we're talking about the blue card though. Blue card is a 3 cost and also has the whole, if you have a Tamer, like don't worry about the color. Main effect is you reveal the top 5 cards of your deck. You may Digivolve one of your Digimon into a non-white like Digimon card among them without paying its cost. That's really cool. If you don't, you get to add 1 card, one of the Digimon card from among them to your hand. Then place the remaining cards to the bottom. And the security effects, you may play 1 Tamer from your hand without paying the memory cost. Blue card in the security is not as good as the other like plugins, but you're able to just go on top of anything for free for only 3 costs. So that's really good. This whole set looks really good. I'm really impressed with this set. I'm really excited for playing the Reaper. Maybe yellow. I'm really excited for that. Like yellow with the plugins, I think it's really good. Because then you can also play Lord Nightmon as well. I'm really excited for Leomon. That's gonna be really fun to play as well. The Marine like Endermon, I'm a little iffy about. I think that the Labramon is really good because it does give if it has like jamming, you do gain a memory, so it does help out your Leomon deck a lot. I'm really excited for this set. I know that a couple of my friends are gonna be playing the new Gatlamon. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna play for this set, but I'm gonna have a whole lot of fun. I do think that Xiaomon is really good for the level 4 decks, like the Leomon. So if you guys enjoyed, let me know down below what you guys are going to play. If you guys are gonna play like any of the decks, or if you're just gonna stick to the BT8 meta or to the structured decks. On that, I'm gonna get out of here. This was a little bit longer, but I was trying to get everything in at least 2 videos. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below. It really does help me out. And if you guys have any of these suggestions, make sure to leave the like a comment down below. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.